With a major mahalo to our pal Brad Nessler, we say aloha from Oahu. College football on CBS Sports Network presented by Old Trafford. The Arizona Wildcats look to bear down in Week 0 versus the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. With Jenny Dell, Aaron Taylor, Rick Neuheisel, I'm Carter Blackburn. We'll let you decide who wins or loses the Hawaiian shirt competition, but with a spirit of aloha, gentlemen, it is always one of the most enjoyable parts of the season when we actually get to begin the season in this year's special at 150.
Wow. 150 years. From Newt Rockne to Nick Saban, we've seen great coaches, we've seen great players, we've seen great teams. And just when you think you've seen it all, I promise you something new's coming your way. Aaron, I can't wait to get started.
Who's got it better than us, fellas? I was driving over here today, getting the feels a little bit, kind of reminiscing and trying to think about, is there any area of my life that hasn't been positively affected by this game, man? It's such an honor, and I'm so blessed, all of us are, to just be a small part of 150 years of greatness.
Well, blessed, and as you said, Rick, you never know what's going to happen. So with that, you begin with a potentially wacky one between Arizona and Hawaii. What the heck can we expect, especially out of the Rainbow Warriors?
Well, I love this new coach to Hawaii, Nick Rolovich. This is his 4th year. 2 times of the first 3, he's been to bowl games. He's now in what he calls phase 2, meaning that he wants consistent winning. They're a run-and-shoot team. A run-and-shoot offense kind of disappeared of late, but is back on the scene. They are unbelievable at getting the ball up and down the field. It'll be really tough for this Wildcat defense to corral it.
There's no question Arizona has a tremendous advantage on the speed side, but this is year 2 for Kevin Sumlin. You cannot overstate how important this season is. The good news for the Wildcats fans is that he's done really well at Houston and Texas A&M in year 2, but consistency is the thing that's been missing, particularly on the road with slow starts against teams that can score. The Wildcats better show up.
Now, the big question for Arizona is they know Khalil Tate is going to show up. The question, which Khalil Tate in 2019?
Normally, when your quarterback has 26 touchdown passes against 8 picks, everybody is thrilled about him, but everybody was missing these runs. He ran for 1,400+ yards in Rich Rodriguez' quarterback-centric offense. Noel Mazzoni, the offensive coordinator in 2018, says he can throw as well. You can see evidence of that here as he gets out of the pocket and throws back across his body accurately for a touchdown. We're going to see a balanced Khalil Tate, I expect, tonight.
Now, speaking of quarterbacks who run it and throw it, HC, you go back to last year, everyone thought Cole McDonald was a running quarterback, and then he puts up incredible numbers as a passer.
He came into the game against Colorado State a year ago with 9 pass attempts. All he did was throw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. The thing I love about this kid the most is he's tough. I played with Brett Favre, and he reminds me a lot of him with his moxie. He was sacked 46 times. He's really elevated his leadership. He's really elevated his football IQ. I expect a huge year from him.
And we now send it down to Jenny Dell, who is with the head coach of the Wildcats, Kevin Sumlin.
All right, Coach, questions surrounding your quarterback. He had an outstanding career in 2017, but struggled last year. Which Khalil Tate are we expecting to see here tonight?
Well, we want to see the new one, all right? So a little bit of a couple of years ago, certainly better than last year, and I think his health, he's had a great camp, and I like where he is right now.
Everyone wants to get out to a strong start. What's been your approach week 0 here at Hawaii?
It's been, we got here a little bit early to get acclimated, and we've been practicing for a long time. So these guys are anxious, and hopefully that they'll execute. And I'm not worried about the effort. It's execution in the first game.
Have fun out there, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. And guys, just a quick note on Arizona. The police escort did not show up to the team hotel, so they arrived here at Aloha Stadium 45 minutes later than expected. They did have plenty of time to warm up, but obviously some frustration here on this sideline.
All right, does that have any effect? I mean, you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and then you have to wait a little bit longer before you get to take on Nick Rolovich and the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.
Aaron just talked about, how much this game means to Kevin Sumlin. He's lost his last 2 openers. They have to get a win here today against a group of 5 opponent, and to have the escort not show up, that's a problem. That is a problem.
Aloha 2019 for Arizona and Hawaii in week 0, and it will be a touchback to begin. Hawaii gets it at the 25, and we take a look at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups from the 25. And of course it begins with Cole McDonald. Came to Hawaii from California as a running quarterback a pistol offense. Week 0 last year, threw the ball 37 times in his first start. So fully embracing the Hawaii run and shoot quarterback legacy. Now has a tattoo of the islands on his left arm, and told us yesterday, yeah, Howley from California, very proud to represent the Hawaii quarterback run and shoot tradition. And McDonald completes on first down near the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 5 as we take a look at the rest of the Hawaii offensive starters.
The anticipated starter, Cole McDonald, is out for this game, so his backup, who was a 10-game starter a year ago, is Taunga Tualima. Now, Tualima was benched because Cole McDonald did a better job being inside. They struggled with some of the inside crossdog and blitzing packages. Going to be interesting to see how Arizona attacks the middle part of this line. They gave up 46 sacks a year ago.
McDonald 2nd and 5, complete, just short of the sticks. Good open field tackle. Forces 3rd and short. It's complete on the edge to Sharks as we look at the Arizona defense.
Well, when you're on the road, you got to pack your defense. Arizona returns 8 starters, including their top tackler from last year, Colin Schooler. Extremely productive blue-collar linebacker with great instincts and loves to make tackles behind the line of scrimmage, fellas.
Jace Whitaker, nice open field tackle to force 3rd and short. Ferruda is in the backfield with Cole McDonald. Out of the shotgun, Ferruda, left side, and he is dropped for loss. And the Arizona defense gets a stop on 3rd and short. Miles Tuposa, the nose guard, one of the transfers out of Eastern Arizona Community College. That was a big move for Arizona.
Nope.
We got 4th down coming here, and the Hawaii offense is staying on the field.
When we talked about phase 2, part of phase 2 is rolling the dice. Nick Rolovich is saying, stay out there, boys. We're going to see if we can get a first down. Maybe a long snap count, but unlikely from the shotgun.
I don't like this decision to go for it on 4th. Look at the field position against an offense that you know is explosive. They're taking a heck of a chance here.
McDonald under center, trying to push on the left side. Shot back, 2nd effort, and he has it on the 2nd push. Cole McDonald has stood up the first time, and then reaches again to move the chains. Hawaii converts on 4th and 1 to begin the season.
That was huge. You watch the linebackers. They knew what was coming as soon as McDonald got there, but it was his 2nd effort right there. That's the toughness that sets Colin McDonald apart and that this team loves. And it's also a big boost of confidence to an offensive line that struggled mightily at times a year ago.
I mean, that was mano a mano with 6'5", 250 Jalen Harris, and Cole McDonald wins. So even after the timeout, first down, McDonald, time to throw, deep shot, Cole McDonald into trouble, and it's picked off. Intercepted at the 25-yard line. Jace Whitaker, welcome back. Jace Whitaker played in only 1 game last year because of an elbow injury. Back out there for the Cats in 2019, and he has an interception takeaway on the first trip for the defense.
They gave Cole McDonald a man look. He thought he had one-on-one coverage, and yet Whitaker came off the outside receiver and became a ball hawk. Beautiful play by the senior.
So Khalil Tate, J.J. Taylor, and the Arizona offense. First appearance from the 29. Tate, play fake. Tate wants to take a deep shot. Rolling, pressure, downfield. Tate throws it into heavy traffic. It's incomplete. So looking for a big shot on first down. Nothing doing as we take a look at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups for the Arizona Wildcats, beginning with Khalil Tate, senior from Inglewood, went to Sarah High School, superstar, dual threat sophomore, slowed by injuries, new offense last season. Said on a scale of 1 to a million, 1,000,001, how excited he is for 2019. That pass batted down, and quickly Khalil Tate in Arizona into 3rd and 1.
He had Cedric Peterson wide open on play 1. Noel Mazzoni's going to be frustrated about that missed opportunity.
And Rick, I'm wondering why they start the game with back-to-back passes when they got one of the deepest running back groups and a quarterback that nobody can catch.
On 3rd and 10, Tate in the pocket, steps up, tipped, and intercepted at midfield. An interception from Arizona, and now one for Hawaii. Kai Kaneshiro, the red shirt freshman from Honolulu, picks off Khalil Tate on the deflection.
That absolutely was not on Khalil Tate. He threw that curl route right on time. Drew Dixon's got to catch that ball. He'll be hearing from his coaches on that sideline.
Full offense between Hawaii and Arizona. It is defense to start in Honolulu. Bear down versus Ohana. Arizona versus Hawaii. Cole McDonald, part of the red-hot start last year without an INT on the third attempt at 2019 interception. McDonald quickly hit her to the outside, slipping away smart for another gain of near 9. Jared Smart, you said, Rick, they like number 23.
The run and shoot offense is a hit them where they ain't type of offense. You're going to take the little things. You have to be patient within this offense, and if you are, you can move the ball pretty efficiently down the field. It gets a little bit more cramped when you get to the red zone. You're going to have some explosives in that area of the field.
Was that Wee Willie Keeler hit him where they
Very Wee Willie Keeler. I'm very impressed with your baseball aficionado.
Well, we cross over here. We have a dugout, too, off of one end zone. Second and short. McDonald with Ferruta with him in the backfield. It will be Ferruta taking it on the read inside the 25-yard line. First down. Rainbow Warriors to the 24. Trevon Mason finally makes the stop.
Hawaii has a little bit of a tell in their formations. When they line up spread, looking conventional in their 3-by-1 alignment, you can pretty much guarantee it's going to be a screen or a run. That was the case there.
Fruit is a prototypical running back like June Jones used to like to have. 260 pounds. It's like having a sixth offensive lineman on the field to pick up those pressures and blitzes that teams like to bring at you in this offense.
Pass here.
And sure enough, McDonald. There's the hitter to the outside. Complete. Loose football. Here comes a late flag. There it is. Young with the push out of bounds. So a first down already. Red zone trip already. And looks like we're going to tack on 15 more.
Marcel Yates has got to be pulling his hair out.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Defense, number 5, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
You have to pick your poison as a defensive coordinator. Are you going to pressure or are you going to lay back? By laying back, you have to make them earn every yard. You can't give them free yards, as was just done.
Arizona, one of the most penalized teams in the country a year ago, and this one down here in the red zone on the road. Possibly another slow start for the Wildcats is not helping their situation here.
Also bears mentioning here, guys, look how slow they're going. They know they've got to protect their defense against that high-octane offense of Arizona.
So run and shoot, but not in a hurry for Hawaii tonight.
Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Cole McDonald saw that play and checked. Walked up to the line of scrimmage. He knew it was a touchdown. Walking up, changed the play and got a touchdown as a result to give Hawaii an early 6-0 lead. It's a rub route, right, Rick? It's not a pick route.
There's no such thing as picks in football. That's exactly right.
If there's no flag, it's a rub. And Cedric Byrd has the touchdown grab. Ryan Meskel on for the PAT. An INT to start for Cole McDonald. But the junior bounces back for Nick Rolovich, and the Rainbow Warriors leading the touchdown drive with a TD to Cedric Byrd. It's Hawaii 7-0. Taylor will take a knee in the end zone to the 25-yard line. So at last, because Arizona's offense was 3 plays, 0 yards, we get a chance finally to look at that Arizona offense.
Yeah, well, despite being just 5'7", Arizona led the Pac-12 in rushing a year ago because of J.J. Taylor, who had 1,400 yards. I'm expecting the Wildcats to pound the rock tonight, which is why I was surprised on their first drive. They started the game on the road with 3 straight passes. Feed Taylor in an extremely deep group of running backs that could be the position's best and deepest group on this roster.
And sure enough, to the air again after a fake. 4 snaps, 4 passes, none of them complete. The Hawaii defense has had a hand early.
Well, that was just a missed opportunity. It's a beautiful play call. He had his tight end wide open, Bryce Wolma, and he just threw a poor pass, threw it behind him. He's got to settle down. It's the first game. It's his senior year, trying to get a lot of things going. Let's see if he can get untracked here.
You saw Jeremiah Pritchard there starting in place of the middle linebacker, Bene Pavihi, who has an injury that is looking more on the serious side for Hawaii. So Pritchard gets a start at middle linebacker.
Pritchard gets the stop there, forcing third down after the first rush by the Wildcats.
If you're Nick Rolovich, you got to love the way this is getting started. You've been able to handle things offensively, and you've got him in a turnover already. Plus now you've got him in third and long, making him one-dimensional.
Keep your eye on the running back, J.J. Taylor. He's a third down threat.
Tate, heavy pressure coming, steps up, runs, Tate slides, and it is a minimal gain on third down. 2 drives, 3 yards of offense for Arizona with the turnover on an awful start for the Wildcat offense.
Hawaii defensive coordinator Corey Batoon has to feel good about his guys. Rick and I talked about this leading up to the game. We were really worried about Hawaii's ability to tackle because of the great disparity between the speed advantage that Arizona has in their defense, but they've looked lights out, getting themselves off the field twice in a row with really good plays on their side of the ball.
Windy Aloha Stadium. That could factor in special teams. Stovall calls for the fair catch. Bounces out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Good field position for Hawaii. Everything coming up. Rainbow Warriors early.
Welcome back to Aloha Stadium. Hawaii is up 7-0. The Rainbow Warriors opened this season with heavy hearts after the sudden death of Cheyenne Senatoa. The junior linebacker died at age 21 early last month during a break in the team's summer program. As Hawaii tries to shift its focus to the season, Coach Nick Rolovich knows his players are still struggling with the loss.
It's a terrible thing to go through, but it happened, and we have to continually check up on our guys. Even though somebody might be doing well, you don't know when it's gonna hit you. You have to have the humility to ask for help if you need to talk to somebody. There's tears, there's still gonna be tears, but now there's finding inspiration and celebrating Cheyenne and his life.
Guys, it's so important to check in on the mental well-being of our teammates. Many of us have been conditioned to be mentally tough and to not share our emotions. I'd like to encourage all of us to seek or provide support if needed. There are ways out, I assure you of that.
Thank you, Aaron.
Empty formation, look for a quick throw here.
McDonald, there's your quick throw. There's another completion to the outside. Now 7 for 9 passing. Whitaker with the big takedown on Cedric Byrd. Byrd gets back up. You've already had 1 penalty against Arizona.
Good
that
no
was
call
on
there.
Young, and you like the no call.
Good no call. Yeah, that's just good football.
Of note there, guys, Arizona brought 5 people. That was a blitz, and we know that Cole McDonald, when blitzed, when teams bring more than 4, he eats them alive. So in that naked situation there, Rich, when they were in empty, he got rid of it quickly.
And you saw when Byrd goes down, he gets his back on the training table and then slow getting up. But Cedric Byrd, senior from L.A., says it's all good.
Empty look again.
4 wide, Miles Reed in the backfield. Reed will take it on 2nd and long and get back to almost the original line of scrimmage. It was a touchdown drive last time Hawaii had it. They'll face 3rd and long.
And this is what Marcel Yates is trying to get done. Get a 1 down canceled so you can get him into 3rd and long and then play some of your exotics, some of your coverages. One of those coverages has already resulted in an interception on that first drive. You get him into 3rd and long, and now you have the upper hand.
Yates told us coming into this game he's going to put the pressure on the back end. This year he's coaching the safeties. A year ago he coached the linebackers, put the pressure on them.
On 3rd and 11, McDonald, time to throw, complete, but short of the first down.
What do you do here?
Yeah, Hawaii already went for it on 4th down even after the timeout. Smart makes the grab.
Much
4th
easier.
Short coming.
Much easier to play field position with a 7-0 lead. I think you're going to go ahead and kick, but Nick Rolovich is a guy that showed up in Las Vegas with Elvis, right? Who knows what sort of dice he wants to roll.
Right, that was the king a couple years ago, and Nick Rolovich is not afraid to be bold. Live aloha, play like a warrior, and Hawaii is going for it on 4th down for the 2nd time in this first quarter. McDonald takes a snap on the roll on 4th down. McDonald, toss, caught, first down. Hawaii converts on 4th down again. This time, Cedric Byrd. The Rainbow Warriors are playing keep away from Arizona.
It's such a luxury to have a senior quarterback who understands your offense. Watch the patience he shows here. Younger quarterback would have looked to throw that quick out, trying to get it out of his hands, get the first down right now. He knew he had time. Beautiful throw for the first down. And close to red zone now.
Bird, who took that pop on the training table, a touchdown grab.
Here's a throw.
And here is the throw. McDonald, time to throw. Deep shot. End zone. Caught. Touchdown, Hawaii. JoJo Ward. 39 yards. Hawaii off, running and shooting in 2019.
Troy Young, the culprit on defense, he just gets beat. You're going to play man-to-man. You have to get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. When that wasn't the case, you put yourself in real jeopardy.
Arizona has run 6 plays from offense. Hawaii has 2 touchdowns. The deep shot from McDonald. This time it's JoJo. Go, go, Ward. Hawaii 14-0. Taylor.
Receiver gave a fair catch signal. The ball be placed at the 25-yard line. First down, Arizona.
So thanks to the defense, Arizona offense finally crosses the 50. And it's J.J. Taylor who dances out of bounds again. Michael Wiley, the true freshman, in the backfield along with J.J. Taylor and Khalil Tate.
I watched Noel Mazzoni do this at UCLA a few years back while my son was a quarterback. This is basically triple option. He'll get one guy to run out into the flat, which becomes a pitch guy, but they'll run zone read with the other one.
And sure enough, with Wiley motioning out, Taylor moves it. 3rd and short. This is the best opportunity Arizona's had for third down.
4 down territory here. Is first time into the plus territory, into the Rainbow Warrior territory. You're going to take 2 shots here to get this first down. See if you can get this a 1-score game.
I got a feeling Khalil Tate may keep this one. We haven't seen his legs much, but when he takes off, he's hard to catch.
Tate, heavy pressure coming. Tate over the middle. Bottle caught. First down, Arizona. At last, Joyner makes the grab. Redshirt freshman, the converted quarterback, finally moves the chains for the Wildcats, gain of 13.
They said when they made the conversion, he was exceptional at knowing what the progressions were in the route combinations. He had to work on his technique a little bit. You saw the bobble there, but still comes down with it for the big gain.
Tate first down, and missed him. Wiley out of the backfield. There's your wrinkle. Wiley out of the backfield and just behind him.
Noel Mazzoni is absolutely cringing because they had Michael Wiley wide open. He's just got to take his time and lay the ball out in front of the receiver, and you're going to have a touchdown. Really unfortunate for the Wildcats.
That's that consistency that Kevin Sumlin has been preaching since last winter.
On 2nd and 10. Tate pulls it, has room on the edge. Tate inside the 20. Tate tripped up, and what was a touchdown-saving tackle on the edge, and may end the quarter after a gain of 16.
This is the end of the first quarter.
Makes the stop. And after everything goes Hawaii's way in a 14-0 lead at last, Wilbur and the Wildcats, something to cheer about. Moving it. Finally, Aloha Stadium. Arizona only 44 yards of offense, but because of the 2nd interception thrown by Cole McDonald, Khalil Tate and the Wildcat offense in position. 1st and 10 inside the Hawaii 15. Tate, there's a toss to the outside, complete. On the edge, nothing doing it all for Cunningham on the edge. Tonight's Red Zone brought to you by Verizon. Only 51% touchdown for Arizona. AT, that's not good enough.
No, it wasn't, because they led the Pac-12 in yards. They led them in rushing, but they couldn't convert. They couldn't close. They lost a ton of 1-score games. When they get down here, they tend to sputter out.
That was officially a rush for Cunningham. Tate has completed only 1 pass. Tate, 2nd pass, touchdown, Arizona. 14 yards. Wolma has the TD.
Shades of Tebow, the jump pass. He rode him into the line of scrimmage, made it look like he was going to be involved in the zone read principle, and just tossed it over the top to Wolma. Beautiful play call beautifully executed.
Only the 6th grab for Wolma, and it's a touchdown. So after the first 3 possessions were 3 and out for Arizona, they get a takeaway and a touchdown. 14 for Hawaii, and finally 7 on the board. Tate, an interception on the first drive, and now a TD pass to get the Cats in the end zone.
Lack of discipline on the eyes on the back end cost Hawaii a touchdown.
Be a touchback from Haversick, so Hawaii will take it at the 25-yard line. McDonald a year ago 6th in the nation with 36 passing touchdowns, 8th in the nation, almost 3,900 passing yards, now over 4,000 already in his Hawaii career. McDonald to the air, that is bobbled and caught very near a first down by Cedric Byrd. They will move the chains, first down Hawaii.
That's one of the things Rick was talking about. With the run and shoot, it's basically a pass-first offense with 4 wide receivers that read the coverage on the run. So everybody, not just the quarterback, is reading the coverage. And based on that, it's go routes, it's switch routes, or these quick out-breaking routes to take advantage of the soft coverage to find those holes in both zone and man looks.
It's a run look. Here they are with their screen game.
On the roll for Ruda on the edge. So roll, quick hitter for Ruda, the running back, gain of about 4.
But see the beauty of the offense. Here they are in 2nd and 6, again on schedule, keeping that defense out there for extended periods of time. This is exactly what Nick Rolovich had in mind when they got Arizona on the schedule.
Now it's interesting, one of the storylines coming in for Kevin Sumlin was how deep this defensive line was. They felt it was as deep as it had ever been. 9-10 guys were going to play. Well, they're going to need to play if they can't get themselves off the field like they've struggled to do in this first half.
McDonald, time to throw. Over the middle, down the seam, caught, first down Hawaii. It's JoJo Ward, this time coming back to the football to make the grab, gain of 11.
Well, you said it there, Carter. This is a clinic on coming back. So often you coach these guys to keep coming back to the quarterback. He, in fact, does that right there. Keeps it from being deflected, possibly intercepted. Beautiful play by Ward.
Part of the improvisation of the run and shoot, the jazz of offenses, right? You just got to go with where the flow takes you.
Here's Empty again. Empty's been very good to him. They've seen some opportunities down the field, primarily a quick throw formation.
McDonald airs it out into coverage, and it is dropped. What would have been the 3rd interception is incomplete, and it was Christian Roland Wallace, the true freshman, who misses an opportunity.
He had Jordan Matthew Sharsh wide open. Look at the left-hand side of your screen, but he throws it almost into triple coverage. Cole McDonald, who we've seen be extremely accurate, putting the ball in harm's way. That ball literally hits Christian Roland Wallace in the face. Remember, he was a true freshman. They got burnt on that touchdown. Hawaii better be careful here protecting the football because they're giving Arizona a ton of chances.
2nd and 10. McDonald, draw, room to run. McDonald crosses the 40-yard line to move the chains again. That's the Cole McDonald 2 years ago who was the running quarterback in a pistol offense.
Recruited to be in the pistol. They thought he was pretty darn good as a runner, would be adequate as a passer. He starts last year in week 1 and throws for over 400 against Colorado State. But certainly his legs are part of the equation here in this offense.
That's the longest Hawaii run of the day, 10 yards, first down.
They are living in empty. I think they feel like Arizona's in a check. Now you can see 2 high safeties here, so they'll probably be underneath this. But if it rolls to 1, that's where you get the seams. McDonald thought he was fooled by his receiver the last time.
On first down to the edge again. That's first down, JoJo Ward inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 12.
Almost looked like they rolled to 3 there, and once again breaking the routes off and taking underneath what's available for him. JoJo Ward, one of the returning starters from a year ago. 2/3 of his receptions a year ago were for first downs. Every time that kid catches the money, seems like the sticks move.
Now the game-winning TD versus Wyoming, that got him to 6-1 last year.
Empty again. Marcel Yates and Demetrius Martin, the corner coach, are going to have to come up with a couple other answers for empty because it looks as if Hawaii's got their number right here, picking them apart a little bit.
And show pressure, back off, pitch and catch. slipping at the 25-yard line, and making the grab is Sharsh. Gain of 4, obviously.
And Aaron, how fun is it to be an offensive lineman when only 3 guys are rushing?
A lot funner when there's 5 or 6 and you don't know which 5 or 6, which is something that Arizona may need to consider. Changing the picture, the fire zones is historically what stopped this offense, meaning it's a safe pressure. You only bring 4, the 3-down lineman, you do not know where that 4th guy is coming from. They haven't had any success there, and to your point, Hawaii's going to continue to do this until Arizona can stop it.
10th play of the Hawaii drive. McDonald, 2nd and 7 to the end zone again. Touchdown, Hawaii again. Cedric Bird with his 2nd TD for the Rainbow Warriors.
And that's the seam throw that Cole McDonald thought he was going to get on the near interception just a little bit ago. When you see that safety roll to center field, you're expecting that backside seam, and he gets it this time. Touchdown, Hawaii.
This offense is predicated on throw it where they're not. Great protection up front, and to your point, Rick, the seam, both seams, when he got a single high safety are wide open, he puts the ball on the money, and another score for the Rainbow Warriors.
Vesco's PAT is good.
Welcome back to Aloha Stadium. It's 21-7 Rainbow Warriors, and I'm now joined by the Mountain West Commissioner Craig Thompson. And Craig, this is Hawaii's 4th week 0. What kind of opportunities does this offer the Mountain West Conference?
Well, it gives them a chance to get another bye in the regular season, but also to start the season, there's 2 FBS games today, so great national exposure here with our friends at CBS Sports Network.
And they really have been raving about this week 0. Do you think that other Mountain West teams will jump on board and play in week 0 in the future?
It's a great opportunity, and I think some of them will take advantage. A couple of years ago, Colorado State, I think Oregon State in 0 week, and it's a great advantage for a team to get started early.
All right, we're celebrating 150 years. What is your favorite Mountain West football memory?
I think it's got to be Utah beating Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. The Rose Bowl was pretty good with TCU, but we've had we have 7 schools that have played football for over 100 years, so there's a lot of history.
So much history, and thank you so much for joining us. Carter, back to you and the guys.
Thank you, Ginny. Thank you, Craig. Before today, Mountain West has won 4 straight versus the Pac-12, which bodes well for Hawaii, especially since the Rainbow Warriors are playing their first 3 games of the year against Pac-12 opponents. Taylor takes it from inside 5. Taylor to near the 25-yard line. Let's go. Taylor and Wiley both in the backfield. Taylor has it on 1st down. So
this is Arizona's version of triple option right here. You're going to give the ball to one back, put it in his belly, read the defender. If he decides to close down as an unblocked defender, you pull it, and you have, instead of pitching like the old wishbone days, you throw it out to the swing route and take advantage.
Tate pulls it 2nd and 6. Pop pass caught, 1st down across the 35-yard line.
Beautiful run pass option. This is the RPO that you hear people talking about, where you put your eyes on that defender, and if he decides to get nosy with the run, you pull it and throw behind him.
And that's Wiley, the true freshman. They liked his pass catching ability, so in there with Taylor. 1st down, Tate, pocket, holds up, bobbled, caught across midfield. Joyner hauls it in again. Momentary bobble, but manages to hang on.
That's the concentration. Remember, he's a quarterback, but he's so athletic they have to get him on the field, especially with a young group, and he found a way to put it down.
Cats hurry up, fling it to the outside. Taylor is a receiver. Taylor on the edge inside the 35-yard line. This is where Arizona wants to be.
There's your triple. There's your pitch. It's just a modern-day pitch for those who remember those iconic wishbone offenses from way back when.
And they started this drive with a run that opens everything up on them. Remember, Hawaii struggled mightily to stop the run a year ago. Arizona led the Pac-12, yet they came out throwing the football.
Emery Ballard, Darrell Royal in the 21st century.
Attaboy.
Tate, play fake, Tate, toss, wheel, caught! Is he in? Just short. Wiley makes the grab. Wiley, the new weapon for Arizona.
The runner was down short of the goal line. It's 1st down.
So he's at the 1, but Wiley gets a gain of 33, 1st and goal. Cats hurry to the line.
Tremendous mismatch and a display of the speed there. Watch Tate's legs.
Tate 1st and goal, a handoff, touchdown, Arizona. Tilford is in on 1st and goal, and it's back-to-back touchdowns for the Cats.
Beautiful drive, beautifully executed. The tempo was absolutely what Noel Mazzoni wants. They were able to take advantage of a number of formations, and Khalil Tate seems to have a lot more patience and poise throwing to his right than to his left. We've missed a couple of wide open guys early in the game to his left. Maybe he's just settling down, but clearly he's able to hit that guy out to his throwing arm.
After the very slow start for the Arizona offense, it's Khalil Tate to Michael Wiley to set it up. And then Nathan Tilford finally into the end zone from 1 yard out. Bear down in Hawaii for the Cats. With a 21-14 game here in Hawaii. From the 7-yard line, a chance across the 35-yard line, across the 40. What a return. Stovall brings it back to the 43-yard line. It's a return of 37 to set up the Rainbow Warriors. Touchdown last time Hawaii had the football with a short field. McDonald, handoff, loss. That's Fred Holley, who's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, and give Tony Fields the second, a junior from Las Vegas, second leading tackler a year ago. A TFL here.
This linebacking group is extremely experienced. Tony Fields and Schooler were the starting linebackers a season ago, but Anthony Pandy was in a battle with Fields. They want to try to get all three of these guys on the field at once. That last play was a dart. You pull the tackle, he pulls around and kicks out, but because of the penetration by Arizona's defensive line, they're sitting at 2nd and long now. Nice job to start this drive.
Arizona shows pressure on 2nd down. Picked up, McDonald to the air. Inside the 30-yard line, it is caught. Phillips hauls it in. One of the dictums of the Hawaii offense. You blitz, we score. Arizona brought the pressure. Hawaii brings the pressure right back.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Phillips just gets inside of Christian Young, who's trying to cover him one-on-one, but that's the accuracy that was missing at times a year ago for Cole McDonald. It's really stepped his game up, taking advantage of that out-breaking route, moving the sticks again.
McDonald with Faruda behind him. And the pistol look, McDonald on the run. He is chased. Cole McDonald, eyes up, downfield, dumps it, incomplete. McDonald takes a pop on the Hawaii sideline. Chased out of bounds by J.B. Brown along with Tony Fields. But McDonald gets rid of it, 2nd and 20.
Smartly throws the football to get rid of it so that he doesn't take a sack. That's that speed. He wants to see if something's there, but he's not. He's outside the pocket. He gets it past the line of scrimmage. And it brings up a very desirable 2nd and 20.
He almost waited too long. That was within a foot of being out of bounds before that ball left his hand.
But don't you think that's the sign of somebody who's above the situation of what's going on?
Clearly, this is moving slow for him.
Yep.
He's on top of the situation. Empty again. Been a profitable formation for the Rainbow Warriors.
Showing 2 high safeties.
McDonald over the middle, 3rd interception thrown. This time it's Tony Fields who has the INT and runs it all the way back to the 25-yard line. Along with 3 touchdown passes for Cole McDonald. Now 3 interceptions by the Arizona defense.
Just as we laud his maturity, his calmness, he makes an inexcusable mistake for a senior. You can't throw that ball. There's nothing holding that linebacker down. Fields with the pick.
Tate, screen to the outside. That's Wiley, the true freshman. Wiley blockers ahead across the 40-yard line to near the 42. That's a gain of 7 for Wiley.
Really nice job that time by Kamana Padello. The defensive end, he's a senior, former walk-on, really disruptive as a pass rusher. He's undersized, which is how he ended up here in Hawaii. But he's a guy we talked to yesterday. He's got a great story and a high motor.
Over walk-on, Tate stepping up in the pocket. And now Tate will scramble again. Here goes Khalil Tate with the legs. Show him off, Khalil Tate. Inside the 30-yard line, stepping out of bounds.
This 2-by-2 formation right now is Arizona's version of clock offense. It's hard to imagine they need clock offense because they're in up-tempo all the time, but this is what they're trying to do. Trips into the boundary right here, see if they can steal something to the field.
Tate on first down. Flings wide open, touchdown, Arizona. 27 yards to Joyner, a bust for the Hawaii D. And Arizona is a PAT away from tying it late in the second quarter.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. That is a bust. That is a gap in the back end, miscommunication. The corner came out of coverage, thinking that he needed to jump a underneath route, thinking he had help over the top. No one was there, and the freshman, who turned from quarterback to wide receiver, is having a heck of a night.
Jamari Joyner's first TD catch. Average 6 PAT now even at 21, and it was all set up by the 31-yard run from Khalil Tate.
As this play goes on, you're going to see everybody jump. This is going to allow Joyner to get outside and get behind the coverage. This is just a simple bust, not knowing what to do on the back end. There's Joyner right there off the hash, comes free.
The last words you ever want to hear in the back end is, I got him, no you take it. This has been a number of snaps out there now for the Hawaii defense. You can see they're not as fast as this Wildcat offense.
Average 6 kickoff will result in another touchback to the 25. 3 TD passes, 3 INTs and a half. Remember, he had only 10 interceptions a season ago, 3 in the first half. And yet McDonald and the Rainbow Warriors a chance to take the lead still before the half. That's Bird on the edge. First down. Clock will stop temporarily on the first down. 1 timeout for Hawaii, but this appears to be time enough for the Rainbow Warriors.
The empty formation being employed. They've had much success with it. And when McDonald stays within the offense, doesn't try to get greedy, he's been very efficient.
And now McDonald, complete across the 40-yard line, move the chains again down to the 35.
Clock will stop, plenty of time, no need to panic, stay in your rhythm.
So Rick is a play caller or a head coach. Now that you're at the 35, under 50 seconds, you thinking end zone, or you thinking setting up for a field goal? How many shots do you take?
I'm trying to get to the 20 before I start taking my shot, so that I feel very confident my field goal kicker is going to be successful.
Maskell, the field goal kicker, has made 10 of his last 11. McDonald, deep shot, end zone. Forget about kicking a field goal. Cedric Bird, touchdown. Hawaii Rainbow Warriors back on top.
That's why I'm in the booth now. I'm too conservative. Well, what a great throw.
That's the same play they went back to. Arizona was in 3 deep coverage, and he hits them on the seam and basically once again throws it where they're not for another touchdown. Same player, same play.
The Arizona secondary has got to get their hands on these receivers as they get into the second level of the defense. They're 2-3 running, and it's too difficult to play those guys from the back end.
Maskell on for the PAT. You'd rather kick for 1 than kick for 3. 49 points, 4 turnovers, 540 yards of total offense. And we are only halfway done with Arizona and Hawaii. Pride Rock. A 1-touchdown lead at the break. Week 0 on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. After a 14-0 start for the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, touchdown lead at the break with Jenny Dell, Aaron Taylor, Rick Neuheisel, Carter Blackburn. And like our shirts, AT, this half was loco moco.
Crazy indeed it was, man. Hey, Arizona has to run the football, fellas. They have 69 rushing yards. This is a team that led the Pac-12 in rushing a year ago. Only 15 rushing attempts. That's 3 more than the team that runs the run and shoot in Hawaii, who's got 12.
To your point, time of possession's getting out of hand. Hawaii had the ball more than 75% of the game. And the other thing that has to happen for Arizona, they have to get their hands on these receivers.
Our Chick-fil-A game summary, those amazing numbers for Bird, 10 catches, 100 plus in the first half. First time that's happened since 2016 when Chad Henson of Cal did it versus the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. So just as we had hoped for, a wild start to week 0 here in Honolulu between Nick Rolovich. Live Aloha, play Warrior. A 6-1 start for Hawaii last year. Then they lost 4 straight, rallied, went to a bowl game, first winning season since 2010. Taylor takes it from the 1, Taylor across the 15. Taylor fighting to get near the 25-yard line as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Carter, Coach Rolovich said that he's really pleased with his defensive play, but he said offensively they need to limit turnovers and really focus on ball security. Now, as far as the Wildcats go, Coach Sumlin said that their main focus right now is to disrupt the routes, get more hands on these guys, exactly what Coach Neuheisel just said. And guys, their focus in the second half is to be more disciplined in coverage.
Huh, it's almost like you've done this before, Rick. Like
once or twice.
Tate rides it out, tosses. That's Dixon. Drew Dixon, very minimal gain. Wrestled down by Davis. So you see that awful start. Interception, punt, and then Tate had 8 straight completions to get it rolling at last for the Cats.
And just barely over 8 minutes of possession time. That puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Tate, handoff. And Hawaii getting tough inside against that Arizona offensive line. It is Wiley who was dropped, loss of 1.
Mason Vega, it's the defensive line of Hawaii that's getting inside. Look at the left side of the screen. They're bringing some outside pressure, but they're also getting whipped in their one-on-one matchups. There's 0 push and 0 sustain by the Wildcats offensive line at the moment.
2 tackles by Paul Scott already for Hawaii in the second half. Tate 3rd and 10. Converted the last 3rd down. Looking for help from somewhere. Heaves it downfield. Receiver falls down. It's incomplete. No flags anywhere.
Good no call.
Intended late for Trey Adams.
Just lost his footing. Good no call. This gives you a little bit of idea how dangerous Khalil Tate is. Just the ability to escape there is Houdini-like.
That's why it's so important if you're a defender to stay in your rush lanes and collapse and escape the blocks. That time Padello came all the way inside. His eyes got big thinking he was having the sack. Ended up losing contain.
Gunn hits it around the 25-yard line. Stovall calls for the fair catch, backing up to the 21 to get it. So feast and famine for Cole McDonald and the Hawaii offense. 3 interceptions in the first half, but he bounced back with a TD pass on each of them. Hawaii football. 150 years of college football, and those are the top 2 all-time passers. Timmy Chang. Nick Rolovich was a backup for Timmy Chang, and there's Kevin Sumlin with Case Keenum at the University of Houston. Didn't recruit him, but inherited and utilized a heck of a quarterback in Case Keenum. So the top 2 passers in college football histories with direct ties to our 2 head coaches in this one tonight.
About 1,000 of those Case Keenum yards came against us, I promise you. He's still trying to figure out how to stop it.
McDonald, deep shot.
There, and again, you have to get your hands on these guys. If you allow them to run free into the secondary, they're too experienced and too talented to get them stopped. This is just a free run right there. Cooper has really little chance.
Just a straight mismatch, and they open the second half the way that they finished the first half, and that's McDonald to Bird. I'm surprised that Arizona simply doesn't have an answer for that, given the advantage we thought they had with speed coming into this game.
McDonald to the air again. That's incomplete. Flag is down.
Defensive pass interference. You can't put your hands on there. I know they're trying to, but that's got to happen at the line of scrimmage.
It's Lorenzo Burns.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So after the 41-yarder to Bird, 15 more pass interference.
Take it. Take some chunk plays. You got big plays. You got mojo. Remember how good they felt going into halftime. Their defense gets a stop at midfield. The offense gets the ball back. They hit Bird, who gets in a mismatch one-on-one against Tristan Cooper. Why not take a deep shot?
Over 300 passing yards in the game already for Cole McDonald. 8th 300-yard game. Tying Nick Rolovich 4th in Hawaii history. McDonald, handoff, Ferruda on the edge. Ferruda Finally brought down near the 5. He delivers a couple of blows as he turns the corner on Fields and Christian Young. Gain of 16.
This is a great scheme. It's like a power, but the guard slips a defensive end, and Fruta bounces off the outside. More known for being an inside between the tackles runner. That time Hawaii attacks the perimeter.
McDonald from the gun. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Cole McDonald pushing to the 3-yard line. So 2nd and goal coming for Hawaii.
I got to tell you, man.
Tonight's Red Zone brought to you by Verizon. 1 for 1 in the red zone so far. They were 63% touchdown last year, right on the national average.
This is an offensive line that struggled mightily a year ago. Early on in the game, Rolovich goes for it on 3rd and 4th and short a couple times, giving these guys some confidence. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at here from a field position standpoint if the run gets dialed up.
Here's the run. Here's Haruda's 2nd effort into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. Dayton Haruda.
Tony Fields has got to be kicking himself here because he had a free shot here. They spread this formation, told Arizona it was going to be an inside run, and Tony Fields had a free shot and just did not get what he needed.
Well, the free technique to the right side over the right guard stunted himself inside. That created the initial gap. Fields was supposed to fill his gap, and he tried to, but it ain't easy tackling a 260-pound running back on the goal line.
As Burns heads to the Arizona locker room, the PAT is good for Hawaii. So we've seen plenty of the shoot. 4 TD passes for Cole McDonald. Now there's the run for Ruda into the end zone. This past May, college football lost a very special one to lung cancer. Dick Tomey started his career as head coach in Hawaii, leaving Honolulu as the winningest coach in Rainbow Warrior history. Then to Tucson, 14 seasons. All-time winningest coach in Arizona history. Dick Tomey, 80 years old. Widow Nancy and much of the Tomey family here in Hawaii for this special game between Arizona and Hawaii. And Rick, truly one of the most respected figures anywhere in college football.
As good a coach as Dick Tomey was, and he was fantastic, he was a better human being. He was fantastic. He cared about every player that he coached. He reached out to opponent coaches, make sure they were doing well. He started a coaches classic, a golf tournament, to make sure coaches got along with one another. This guy was a great inspiration to all who knew him, and we're going to miss him.
Tate handing off. Taylor spinning away. Taylor trying to keep it alive. Manages to get a few on 1st down as we check in with Jenny.
Well, you just saw the 5th takeaway there, and I'm just going back to the conversation I had at the half with Coach Rolovich, and he said they really do need to focus on ball security. They think they're so cool not taking care of the football. No one thinks that's cool. Not your mom, not your grandma. I certainly don't. So he made a joke out of it, but clearly trying to focus on that in the 2nd half.
Ice cold. Taylor keeps him alive again across the 45. Move the chains. 1st down Arizona. Just the 2nd 1st down of the 2nd half for the Cats.
That's what I want Arizona to start doing. When they can get themselves and their backs downhill, they've got a chance. That time it was Kanai Pacanso who made a touchdown saving tackle almost. The speed of Arizona, if they can get unleashed, can be deadly here and get them back in the game.
Tate pulls it. Tate on the roll. Gonna have to heave it into the stands almost on 1st down as he was pressured, blown up. He and J.J. Taylor tangled, and Taylor's going to get a break as Michael Wiley comes back in for Arizona.
Give defensive coordinator Corey Batoon's defensive front a lot of credit there for getting some pressure. But Tate has to hit those passes. This is the difference in the game. McDonald's taking the underneath throws, making it look simple. For whatever reason, Khalil Tate has been unsuccessful taking the little stuff.
Tate hands off. Wiley met as soon as he grabs it, and he is pushed back. Solomon Matautia, the senior from right here in Oahu, forcing 3rd down.
Matautia, the leading tackler from a season ago, read that right away. He was unblocked. Arizona has to do a better job on their combination blocks of working to the 2nd level, because you cannot have unblocked defenders coming down. Here's a 3rd down situation. The crowd's into it. You're at midfield. Hawaii's going to bring some pressure. and see if they can get Fields to get rid of this ball early, and they don't. They drop 3.
Tate whips it. It is caught. What a grab by Stanley Berryhill III, going out of bounds. A big conversion, just the 3rd on 3rd down tonight for Arizona.
They were raving about Berryhill when I went to watch them practice in Tucson, saying that he was very reliable. He catches the back end of that ball to make the 1st down grab.
Tate pulls it. Tate, like he got tripped up a little bit across the 35-yard line, but Tate, little shake and bake move.
It almost looked like he was trying to slide or go down on purpose versus keeping that ball and get vertical. What did you see there, Rick?
I'm wondering if they've told him not to take any hits, because as a runner, a 1,400-yard runner from 2 years ago, there was more in that run.
Fling it to the outside, complete. Castile inside the 25. That's enough for a 1st down. Okeke comes up to make the stop, move the chains for Arizona.
Good job to get the 1st down, and once again, nice open field tackling by Hawaii defense, who struggled to do a year ago.
Cats hurry up. Taylor takes the handoff inside the 20. Taylor inside the 10. He is in for a touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Taylor from 24 yards.
Now that looks like J.J. Taylor from a year ago. The outside zone, they just kind of unveiled it. I don't think we've seen it until this drive. 2 plays, monster gains, this one for a touchdown. Beautifully executed by that front end, the running back, J.J. Taylor.
And he runs right through the arms of Blessman Ta'ala, the player that just got the offsides penalty the play before.
So finally off the takeaway from the D into the end zone for Arizona. Aversick to make it a 1-touchdown game again. J.J. Taylor, the 3rd team All-American, into the end zone, bringing Arizona back late into the night in Hawaii. A 1-touchdown game. On Oahu, it is not Waikiki hockey tonight. It is football with the Rainbow Warriors. Got off to a 6-1 start last year, then lost 4 straight. Rallied to go to a bowl game. Arizona off the 5-7 first season under Kevin Sumlin. Now it's already been a wild one. A 1-touchdown game with 4:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. Stovall thought about bringing it out, hits a knee, touch back to the 25-yard line. First of 3 for Hawaii versus Pac-12 foes to open up 2019. Slipping away goes Jared Smart, the junior from Laney College, who makes the grab. Schooler finally forces him out. That's a gain of 21 on 1st down.
This is again 3-deep coverage where you have 2 corners and 1 center fielder. They take advantage of underneath, which is one of the weak spots of that coverage. Every time Arizona's in cover 3, Hawaii exploits it.
And if you're Arizona defensively, you've got to find a way to get some pressure and stay opportunistic. Keep finding a way to strip the ball. That's been your calling card tonight.
If you can't get there with the blitz, at least disrupt the releases of the receivers.
On 1st down, McDonald tipped, and it's almost picked again. This one off the hands of Cedric Byrd. Every play is an adventure right now for Hawaii's offense.
Back into the empty formation. There again, they were able to find an open receiver. But here again, I mentioned to Cole McDonald, be demonstrative. Make sure these guys understand concentration has to be at full tilt right now. We cannot squander these opportunities.
Maybe we jinxed them with our Geico difference maker.
I mean, how wild is this? 1-touchdown game. 3:31 to go in the 3rd quarter, and no one knows what's going to happen on each snap. McDonald loads up. Here's the deep shot, and it's incomplete. Overshooting Cedric Byrd. Best player had a chance at it was Scotty Young, the free safety.
Wonder if he was trying to hit Jason Matthew Sharsh there, who broke his route off and flattened out. McDonald threw the ball like he thought he was going to run a skinny post. And you see the 2 receivers there having a conversation about what they saw because they weren't on the same page.
This was more like Tampa 2, the old Tampa Bay Buccaneer version of cover 2, where the Colin Schooler runs down the middle of the field. The receiver saw it, came underneath him, but he and the quarterback were not on the same page.
Leaving it with 3rd and 15. First third down this half, and it's a handoff, and it's Miles Reed who gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Fourth down, you're inside the 40-yard line. Already 2 fourth-down conversions, and Cole McDonald shows no signs of coming off the field right now. This is Nick Rolovich football for the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Leave him out there for 4th and 10.
This is phase 2, right? Coach Rolo said this is phase 2. Why be nervous? This offense is built for this kind of predicament. If you blitz us, we score. They're not blitzing. It looks zonish. They ought to be able to find an open receiver.
Perfect on 4th down so far, but this is 4th and 10. McDonald on the roll, throws another pick. It's intercepted again by Jace Whitaker, who's going to bring it back across the 50-yard line. Whitaker shoved out. Whitaker's still going, but he's out of bounds near midfield. It is another takeaway by the Arizona defense, the 6th Hawaii turnover.
It's baffling to me. Why do you run a run play on 3rd down and 15 to get yourself a 4th and 10? He should not throw this football. You're throwing across your body. It's too late. Whitaker baits him and comes up with another pick.
Aaron, you hit the nail on the head. The ball is way late, meaning his eyes were down the field and he missed his opportunity to hit Bird earlier. Whitaker did a beautiful job of baiting the throw and then obviously making the interception. Opportunistic? I guess so. How about this Arizona defense?
Second pick by Whitaker. Taylor cuts it back. First down, here goes Taylor. Takes a pop, rolls inside the 30, and J.J. Taylor is starting to get ahead of steam.
Had only 6 carries in the first half. He has been a part of this. We're going to maybe take a look at it and see if his elbow goes down. That would mean he was down.
Boom, right there.
Play, the runner was down at the 39-yard line. Ball be returned to that spot. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Hawaii's got to be careful not to tighten up here. They're giving Arizona all the chances they can. It's a 1-score game. Since this second half started, particularly in the 3rd quarter, from the middle point on, the momentum, if you will, really seems to be going the Wildcats' way.
So this would be 2nd and 12 now, rather than 2nd and short. 2nd and 12, Taylor with Tate. Tate to the outside, complete. Castile on the screen, blockers ahead. He gets it all back inside the 25-yard line, 1st down. Helmets come off, some jawing.
This is what I was talking about earlier, guys, is getting the ball out to space and seeing if this now kind of taxed Hawaii defense can get out there and make tackles. The outside zone play for J.J. Taylor has been the home run plays. Getting the ball out to these great athletes, letting them run with it in space has been the key. Bentley
lost his helmet, will sit for a play. 1st down inside the 25. Handoff, there's Taylor left side, takes it to the 20-yard line. That means Taylor has 6 carries in this 3rd quarter after having 6 total in the first half.
He's such a weapon. And he's somebody that they've used at times as a wide receiver on swing routes, checkdowns on 3rd down. But this is a speed and space game. Rick just said it. You got to put the ball into your hands of your playmakers on the outside edge where they can utilize their skill set.
Tate, fake it, toss it.
Got him again.
Wide open. Is he out or is he in? Touchdown. Arizona is the call. A 21-yard TD for Stanley Berryhill. Looks like Berryhill just did walk the tightrope on the sideline to get in the end zone, but so touchdown definitely good, and now it's snapped, it's in the books. PAT, and we are even at 35. 51 seconds left in the 3rd. Back and forth between the Wildcats and the Rainbow Warriors. Aversick's kickoff. That's Stovall from the 5. Stovall shaking his way across the 30-yard line. Nice moves to get to the 32 for Melquise Stovall. And we have a change at quarterback. Chevin Cordero is going to come into the game for the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. This is Cordero, the redshirt freshman who played in 4 games last year. He started versus Wyoming through the game-winning TD, led the comeback win over UNLV. St. Louis School as a Crusader, a huge touchdown pass to beat Kahuku. And state playoffs, and so he has already built a legendary career here on Oahu. And now Chevin Cordero, after Cole McDonald, yes, almost 400 passing yards, but 4 interceptions. And here comes Chevan Cordeiro to try and give Hawaii a spark very late in the third. 2 of the turnovers were on the running backs, but 4 interceptions thrown by McDonald. And now Cordeiro, 1 for 1 as he completes to the outside. It's Sharsh who makes the grab.
Chevan Cordeiro took full advantage of the new rule that the NCAA put forth last year as a redshirt, meaning that you could play up to 4 games and still get your year back. Everybody has 5 years to complete 4 years of eligibility, but in that 5th year, you can play up to 4 games and don't have to be hurt, which was the old rule, to get it back.
McDonald, who threw only 10 interceptions a year ago, 4 so far tonight. So we go to the 4th, even at 35. Don't go anywhere. Who knows what the 4th quarter has from Hawaii. If you love college football, you love this week 0 wackiness between Florida and Miami. And now late into the night to the 4th quarter in Honolulu, Arizona and Hawaii even at 35. Rainbow Warrior football, 2nd down, Chevan Cordeiro. The backup quarterback is in for Hawaii after Cole McDonald 4 interceptions. Arizona shows pressure on 2nd down. Handoff, Miles Reed. Reed pushing near the 1st down. So as we celebrate 100, it is a 1st down. As we celebrate 150 years of college football, you go back to 1869, 6-4 final, 10 points in that game. Tonight, 3 quarters, 10 total touchdowns. Now that is a fun fact.
Unless you're a defensive coordinator.
if you're a defensive coordinator, you're not having fun in college football in the 21st century.
Why would anybody that's coming into coaching ever want to coach on the defensive side of the ball, given what's taken place all over the country on offense?
Cordeiro chased. Cordeiro, another dangerous pass. Nice sliding grab by someone on that Arizona sideline. Hey, give him a game ball.
This is an interesting move by Nick Rolovich here. Taking his senior quarterback out, guy who's had a monster night minus the interceptions, and saying, I'm going to go with my freshman because you need him to learn a lesson that you can't put us in harm's way. You can't throw it to the other team and continue to be our quarterback.
You think this is as much about a message for Cole McDonald than it is for Chevan Cordeiro?
Well, he's had success with Cordeiro. Remember, he led 2 comebacks, but it's also a message being sent.
Cordeiro, the former backup at St. Louis to Tua Tagovailoa. He's handing off. Miles Reed dives across the 40-yard line. Troy Young went low, and Miles Reed rolls over him for a gain of 18.
Great job by that time, the left guard and center climbing up to the 2nd level and allowing Reed to hit the hole downhill, and then it's just a little bit of speed of his own. A nice changeup for this offense, who's done a remarkable job running the football tonight.
And the change is not only at quarterback. After fumbles by Furuta and Holly, you have Miles Reed, the 3rd running back in there at Hawaii. So changes because of all of those turnovers, all 6.
Nobody gets a free pass. I think the message loud and clear, and I'm a fan.
Cordeiro, 1st and 10, time to throw. Coming over, Whitaker, it's incomplete.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. It's 2nd down.
Whitaker on Bird. Whitaker was bidding for his 3rd interception of the night. Clearly incomplete.
Yeah, you didn't see him being real demonstrative after they gave the incomplete call. Nice job of acting, but wasn't going to go overboard.
And boys, I want to give some love to this offensive line. 0 sacks so far tonight. 46 a season ago.
Don't jinx him, AT. Here's 2nd down. Fake it. Cordeiro's going to keep it. Gets a block on the edge. Cordeiro, big pop. Takes it inside the 20-yard line. Cordeiro on 2nd down sets up the Rainbow Warriors for 3rd and short. That's a gain of 7.
This is that same slip play where they pull the backside guard, and he's going to slip around and not block the defensive end, who's going to do a wrong arm technique 14. You see there, he doesn't even have to block them. They get themselves to the perimeter. They dialed that up early in the game and run it again beautifully.
3rd and 2, 1st drive for Chevan Cordeiro.
Thinking 4 down here, I am.
I think Nick Rolovich is.
He's been thinking 4 downs all game.
Cordero hands off. Reed pushing, shove back.
I don't think he made the first down,
Very
but it was an
close.
unbelievable effort to get back as close as he did.
Wilborn gets a final push for Arizona to force 4th down.
They had taken dead aim on him.
Well, Meskel has made 10 of his last 11 kicks. The only miss in that stretch from 53. So this 34 yards and the lead out of the timeout. Good hold. Meskel gets the kick away, and it is good. And Hawaii takes the lead. Nice hold from Gaudian. 38-35. But oh, by the way, 10:39 left in the 4th.
Kelly Bryant gets to be a signal caller again at Missouri. They play at Wyoming. Won't be an easy task next week.
Fair catch, Taylor. Arizona ball at the 25.
They're in what we call 20 personnel, meaning 2 backs, no tight ends. Now they're lined up and empty. But remember, Tate's a brilliant runner from this formation.
About Hawaii, still more rush yards. Tate trying to change that in a hurry. Khalil Tate goes shaking across the 50-yard line. Out at midfield, Khalil Tate with a little jawing at the end of the run, but he earned it.
Defensive end gets too far upfield, coming off the outside edge, doesn't close, so contain is broken. He spills out through the B gap and is off to the races.
And this is where tempo offenses become tempo offenses. They're no good if you don't get first downs. But now you've got them tired out. We see a shift change by the Hawaii defense. See what can happen here.
After a 22-yard gain, complete on the edge. Cunningham blockers ahead. Cunningham inside the 35, bumped out of bounds by Kalen Hicks inside the 30.
They've been very successful on these bubble screens, and these wide receivers for Arizona, they maybe struggle catching the football, but they are blocking their tails.
That was beautiful perimeter blocking right there.
43 yards on the last 2 plays for Arizona. Tate, hands off. J.J. Taylor on the edge. Taylor. I mean, that was contained relatively well by Eugene Ford, and Taylor still gets 7.
The first unblocked defender got to him 7 yards down the field. This is what tempo does to a team, as they're sitting there huffing and puffing into the 4th quarter of a game. Noel Mazzoni has him where he wants him.
Give him 6 officially as Tate in Arizona with a pedal down. Tate, toss on the run pass option, Cunningham. Near a first down, move the chains, first down Arizona. He has it inside the 20 into the red zone for the Wildcats.
Aaron, you remember all those conditioning drills where you had to go from one sideline to the other? This is what Hawaii defense is doing right now. We just saw the bubble screen to the right. We saw the option pitch, which basically was a screen out to the left. They're going from sideline to sideline. They're gassed.
Tate turns hands, Taylor. Cut back. Taylor takes a pop at the 15 and somehow gets to the 13. You would think maybe hear about a defensive timeout, but Rick, you pointed out, they took the timeout prior to the field goal kick, so that one
too valuable.
And they're subbing their guys out. And I want to talk about J.J. Taylor a little bit. He's seemingly undersized, more of a scat back, but he can run with power. He puts his foot in the ground and gets north and south, as well as any back in the Pac-12. He packs a little punch here.
When I met him, I was shocked he was on the team. He's 5'6", barely. He looks like a Mini Cooper, but he absolutely can make people miss.
Short does not mean small. He can make you miss and drop his shoulder.
He gets a break here. Tilford in and running back. Tate end zone. It's intercepted near the goal line. And a run back. Oh, KK is going to take it all the way across the 50-yard line. Ecom. Oh, KK from the goal line. 50 yards, bringing it back on the return.
Hawaii defense says, hey, Neuheisel, I'll tell you how gassed we are. Watch this. What a great anticipatory interception by the free safety. Tate forgetting that the safety doesn't have to back up. You can see him standing still. He's on the goal line. There's no depth in the red zone. Costly mistake. Great play for the Rainbow Warriors.
Oh, KK brings it all the way back. Hawaii with a 3-point edge and the football. Chevin Cordero trying to lead Hawaii into the end zone. It was a field goal drive last time. The Rainbow Warriors had it on offense with their redshirt freshman on in relief of Cole McDonald. Now facing 3rd and 9 after a nice tackle by Jalen Harris.
It looked like it was a zone read where the quarterback's eyes should have been on Jalen Harris, and he just confused him by coming upfield and then chasing it down. Beautiful play by the defensive end.
On the edge of field goal range from the 30. So Cordero, time in the pocket, delivers, end zone, caught, touchdown, Hawaii! Cedric Byrd again, this time for 30. The 4th touchdown catch of the night for Cedric Byrd.
This was that Tampa coverage where Colin Schooler was going right down the middle. I thought he should have thrown it to him on the front side of Schooler. He waits and throws it on the backside and finds a way to fit it in. Everybody loves Chevron.
Rick, that window was about 12 inches wide, and he put the ball on the money.
We apologize for missing a couple of those Hawaii plays, but Chevron, Cordero, and the Hawaii offense into the end zone. It was Okeke with the INT at the goal line, bringing it back to the 50. Cordero on a dime to Byrd. Rainbow Warriors by 10. Cedric Byrd has 4 TD grabs on the night, and this was a heck of a TD pass, Cordero to Byrd.
Here's Colin Schooler with that Tampa 2 look that Rick's talking about. He's going to work this over and work his way all the way back over across the field.
I promise you the quarterback coach will say, throw it right in that window. He waits and still squeezes it in. And you know what? No one's complaining tonight.
You got to have some moxie and some confidence to throw that football, put it right on the money to put them up by 10. Great job by Chevron Cordero.
Now late in the 4th, 5:02 to go. Tate from the 25, pumps, looking downfield. Tate heaves it long for Barry Hill. It is caught inside the 25-yard line. Barry Hill and the Cats pick up a huge chunk on 1st down.
This is where Khalil Tate is so dangerous. When he's on the move, he's almost better when he's outside the pocket. Look at that, going across his body. He jumps into it and drops it in the breadbasket.
Don't try that at home, folks.
57 yards, Tate to Barry Hill.
Unreal.
Into the red zone in a hurry. Fake it, Tate, pressure, outside the pocket again. Tate, this time dances out of bounds at the 20. Officially, it's a loss, but don't tell Khalil Tate that. DeCanso applies the pressure.
And aside from a big gain there, it also gives Tate some confidence back. The last time he was down on this side of the field, he threw a turnover that significantly ended up in points on the other end. He's got to make some better decisions here. You can't overstate how important of a drive and set of downs this is for the Wildcats.
You don't need to be manic here with your tempo, but you have to keep track of that you need 2 scores.
Tate, time to throw. Now rolling out of the pocket, chased from behind. Khalil Tate dumps it out of bounds. Bring it up 3rd and 12.
Now's not the time to talk about it, but you should not abandon the run game either, especially that you're an up-tempo offense that's used to going, at the line of scrimmage regardless. Here, 3rd down and 12, you got to be careful not to try to force a ball into the end zone because 3 points will get you within 1 score as well.
You got to walk away from this drive with points if you're Arizona. If it's there, take it. If not, kick the field goal.
Tate to the end zone on 3rd and 12. It is incomplete. Out of bounds. Intended for Cedric Peterson. 4th and 12.
I like the decision there. Either your guy gets it or it goes out of bounds.
They have to kick a field goal here.
Yeah.
There's a big decision being made. Here comes the field goal.
And yeah, at last the field goal unit comes on. 15 seconds into the play clock. Dejected Khalil Tate, of course, wants to stay out there for 4th down, but 2-score game, have to kick.
There's no decision even be made there. I don't even know why you're thinking about
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Late last year for the Cats. And now it started at 38. 53 is away. Haversick nails it. After 3 straight penalties, Lucas Haversick gives Arizona a lift when the Cats needed it. Haversick had it all the way.
Love college football.
You talk about an early special teams hero. Luke Haversick, after 15 yards of penalties, back up to 53, wind swirling, stadium rocking. Just like you said, Rick, the kicker's got to say, I got this.
I got this.
That was money. He kept his composure. That's one of the hardest things to do for a kicker who's largely removed from the game, but so much rides on their shoulders. You have to be mentally resilient, and Haversick was.
53 yards, tied for the second longest opponent field goal at Aloha Stadium, and it makes it a one-touchdown game. Touchback. Cordero on in relief of Cole McDonald after 4 interceptions thrown by the junior starter. Miles Reed is with him in the backfield. 3:53. Hawaii will be in no hurry. Handing off. Reed. Talk about a 4-minute drill. Touchdown lead, fourth quarter, and you get it with just under 4 minutes.
Important, though, that they stay within their offense. Arizona's going to have to take some chances defensively, which means gang the box and do what they just did there, stop that run for a short gain. They're daring Hawaii to throw the football.
Ready for play. Clock goes rolling.
Yes.
You see
Keep
Cordero.
using the clock. Keep using the clock. He can see it in the end zone.
Kids heads up. He's managing this situation beautifully.
So they snap it with 7. Cordero, heavy pressure. Quick hitter to the outside. That's caught. Sharsh.
They called him out of bounds.
They sure did. That was
very close to staying inbounds.
I thought he was inbounds. I think they got that call wrong.
However, ready for play.
Ready for play.
You're outside of 2 minutes.
Outside of 2 minutes. You're exactly right.
Outside of 2 minutes, ball marked, ready for play. It still goes rolling, but that is a few seconds difference for Sharsh.
Changes to a 25-second clock rather than a 40-second clock.
That right toe did step out.
And now, rolling at 2:45, Cordero finally takes a snap, 3rd and 1. Option toss, first down, Hawaii.
Beautiful.
Reed stays inbounds. Reed gets the first down. And now with 2:38, Arizona's 2 timeouts may be the best chance for the Wildcats here.
This is just an option to the left-hand side.
Charge timeout of the half by Arizona. 30-second timeout. Please put the clock at 2 minutes and 37 seconds. 2:37 on the game clock, please.
When you're a quarterback running an option play, you have to eliminate the pitch defender. Cordero does a brilliant job of that.
And now Arizona with only 1 more chance to stop the clock. Hawaii essentially with 1 more first down could all but ice it.
No reason for Arizona to have a free safety there. They've got to get up there in tackling position.
Cordero handoff. Reed gets to the 45.
Final timeout taken.
And there it is. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. Arizona out of timeouts. With no timeouts, a Hawaii first down should end it. On 2nd down, Cordero on the edge. Cut back. Cordero gets across the 50-yard line. It will be 3rd and short. Arizona can't stop it. You have 35 seconds, so you're rolling well inside of 2 minutes.
Marcel Yates is a fabulous defensive coordinator. He was on Kevin Sumlin's staff at Texas A&M, went to Boise State to be a coordinator, and has joined the Arizona staff, and I'm sure they'll get things going in the right direction. But there's no reason to have a free safety back there, guys. This is the all or nothing round. You have to have everybody up on that front, knowing that Chevin Cordero's got a chance to run option here or zone read. You have to have every gap accounted for. If they want to throw it, they're doing you a favor because it might be incomplete.
Here's Cordero, Reed with them in the backfield.
Get up.
3rd and 2. Cordero rolling, looking to throw. Cordero will take the sack at the 45-yard line. A minute 38, 4th down coming. Arizona doesn't have a timeout. So now, rather than 4th and 1, you have 4th. And you will snap it from right at the 1 minute mark and presumably give it back to Arizona. So,
well, I think it was the right thing to do to take the sack and get rid of the extra seconds rather than throw it away. I know there were people saying, why did he take the loss of yardage? He wanted to make sure. There was a single shot rifle. They were trying to get the ball to the receiver in the flat. It wasn't there. They're going to live and die by the call. We'll see how they do on defense.
1 second might as well. They snap it off. First punt of the night. Gaudian gets it away. 54-second showing. Fair catch at the 15-yard line. 51 seconds, no timeouts in a one-touchdown game. You could have taken a delay of game there, but that's a difference of a couple seconds. They get it off, first punt, and now Arizona has a chance. Down by a TD.
Needing a touchdown, you do not want to take anything underneath the first down. The clock will stop with a first down.
Tate on the roll. Toss is incomplete. 44-second showing, 2nd and 10.
No problem there. Much better to do that than to try to run and get caught in bounds with the clock continuing to roll. You just want every completion to be 10+ yards. Get themselves down into a position where they can throw into the end zone, try and tie this game.
If you're Hawaii defensively, you got to communicate, be on the same page. We've seen some defensive busts on their back end tonight.
Here's Tate, complete to the outside. That's a first down. Castile gets out of bounds, but most importantly, 38 seconds left. That's a gain of 11.
Hawaii can live with that all day long. At some point, Arizona's going to have to take a shot and eat up some yardage without any timeouts. It's going to be really hard to go all the way down the field and get the touchdown they need without getting a chunk play.
Tate stepping up, rolling. Here's Khalil Tate across the 30-yard line, trying to get out of bounds. Does so. 30 seconds. 2nd down. Nothing downfield available.
He got out of bounds, but wiser just to throw it away and save a few seconds. Because right now, based on my math, you've got 6 plays left, assuming that every play's incomplete. On a completed pass, the math is more like you have 3 plays. So you have to get chunks here.
Tate from the 30 on 2nd down. Stepping up, looking for a chunk.
Beautiful.
Has it across
works.
the 50-yard line. Inside the 30. Clock stops temporarily
Now
with
they'll
22
kill it here.
seconds.
They'll spike the ball, but it really isn't necessary because you got your whole team up here and have an opportunity to take advantage of a defense that's unsettled.
17 seconds, they snap it. They're going to run
job.
it. Tate to the air again. It's complete. Cunningham again. 10 seconds. Cunningham goes out of bounds. The last 2 grabs to set it up for Arizona.
Textbook.
10 seconds left.
Absolute
down by a touchdown from the 31.
That pass was completed to Tate's left. He started out the game not being very accurate that direction. He was dead on the money when it mattered.
Look for one more throw underneath and then trying to get everybody into the end zone.
This is the 3rd and final timeout of the half by Hawaii. 30-second timeout.
Hawaii, at least at first glance, looked as if they're going to play back, prevent, right? Make sure that everything is caught in front of them. I think Arizona takes one more throw into the boundary, shorter distance, gets the ball down around that 16, 15-yard line, and then has a throw into the end zone. But ultimately, you get 2 shots. One ball down in there till you can get 5 receivers into the end zone.
Late in the night, everybody at the table is all in. Tate.
They're going to take their shot here.
5 seconds.
He
Tate
can go. He
on
can
the
go.
roll.
He
Tate.
can do this. He's going to
Inside
have
the
to
10.
leap.
10.
Oh,
He stops short.
wow.
And Hawaii wins by a yard.
Shades of the Titan Rams Super Bowl.
Happy 150th birthday, college football. Week 0 has delivered from coast to coast and into the Hawaiian Islands. Khalil Tate down to the 1-yard line. And that is how close Arizona comes with zeros on the clock.
A good decision by him.
It's an all-in proposition now. He's got to find a way in.
That's
Wow.
tremendous effort. It's 49 right there. The defensive end that comes upfield, that comes all the way back. Manny Williams, along with Kalen Hicks, right there. That effort play to run all the way down, chase him all the way down the field. sealed what quite possibly could be the biggest win for Nick Rolovich and the definitive point of phase 2 for this Rainbow Warrior team.
83 points, 1,134 yards. And the 1 yard that Arizona didn't get is the deciding factor in a 45-38 win for Hawaii over the Wildcats. What a win for Hawaii, 45-38. So for Jenny Dell, Aaron Taylor, Rick Neuheisel, our producer Scott Brandwine, director Matt Plundo, our entire crew, I'm Carter Blackburn. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. After the break, PBR Unleash the Beast Series, Jack Daniels Music City Knockout.